You're sitting at the kitchen table with your morning paper. The sunlight pours in through the window, but the words are blurry. You rub your eyes. Still blurry. You lean in, then lean back. You tilt the page. Still nothing. You sigh, fold the paper, and say what so many of us say, must be age. But then your grandchild walks in, and you can't quite see their smile. That's when it hits you. This isn't just about reading a newspaper. This is about holding on to the moments that matter. Let me ask you something. Have you or someone you love started squinting more, holding books or phones further away, or turning up the brightness just to see a little clearer? You tell yourself it's harmless, that it's just part of getting older. But what if I told you that something as simple, as ordinary, as tiny, as a seed, could help protect your vision? Yes, a seed. Not a pill, not a laser, not another pair of glasses. Just a small natural seed you can eat every single day. Because here's the truth. Millions of older adults lose their eyesight slowly, day by day, and they don't even realize it. Until it's too late. But what if you could fight back? What if you could protect your eyes before things go too far? What if your next handful of flax seeds could help you see your great-grandchild's graduation? In this video, we're diving deep into 5 powerful, doctor-recommended seeds that protect your eyes and retina naturally, backed by science, trusted by experts, and simple enough to start today, right in your own kitchen. By the time we're done, you'll know exactly what to eat, why it works, and how to make it part of your everyday life. You don't need fancy equipment or expensive treatments. You just need to know the truth and take that first small step. So before we go any further, comment "clear vision" below if you're watching this for someone you care about or for yourself. It helps more people like you find this video. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and join our community here at Elderly Spring, where every week we share health wisdom that helps you stay strong, stay sharp, and stay connected to the people and moments that matter most. Let's get started. Let's start with a story about Evelyn. She's 72, lives alone, but still full of life. Plays bridge on Tuesdays, knits scarves for her grandkids, and never misses her morning oatmeal. Now, one day her friend at church told her about flax seeds, just a quiet conversation in the hallway. "Put a spoon in your breakfast," she said. "Helped my eyes." Evelyn laughed it off, but that night, she looked in the mirror and realized her eyes had been dry and itchy lately. Her vision, just not as sharp. She figured, why not? Weeks passed. She didn't think much of it. Then her ophthalmologist leaned back after a routine checkup and said, Your inflammation's gone down. What have you been doing differently?" Evelyn smiled. "Just oatmeal, with a spoonful of something small." What Evelyn didn't realize is this: flax seeds are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, and not just any omega-3s, the kind that nourish your retina, the sensitive tissue at the back of your eye that controls how you see the world. These tiny seeds can slow down age-related macular degeneration, one of the leading causes of vision loss in older adults. You see, we've been trained to think of eye care as something external: eye drops, glasses, surgery. But the real protection, it starts inside. Your vision isn't just about what you can see, it's about what your cells are fed. And flaxseed? That's nourishment your eyes are quietly begging for. Now here's the key: don't eat them whole. Ground flax seeds work best. 1 to 2 tablespoons a day. Add them to your yogurt, your smoothie, even sprinkle it on toast. The taste is mild, but the impact? Profound. But flax seeds aren't the only quiet hero in your kitchen drawer. Let me take you to George's story. George is 74, a retired firefighter. Tough guy. Spent decades running into burning buildings, never blinked. But in his retirement, he found himself squinting during his nightly crossword puzzle. He thought it was the lighting, or just age. But here's the twist. George loved pumpkin seeds. Always had. Ate them every night during football games. Crunchy, salty, satisfying, and unknowingly, life-saving. See, pumpkin seeds are loaded with zinc. Zinc doesn't just support your immune system, it's essential for your retina, especially in helping your eyes produce melanin, the pigment that shields them from UV light. Without enough zinc, your eyes become more vulnerable to damage from the sun and environmental toxins. And many older adults are dangerously low on it. Now there's a common belief: seeds are hard to chew, hard to digest. But here's the truth. Roasted, unsalted pumpkin seeds are safe, easy to chew, and loaded with benefits. Just a handful a day can help support your night vision, and even your prostate health if you're a man. George didn't know he was helping his vision, but sometimes the body rewards you for the good habits you never realized were good. Let's keep going, because the next seed, it's tiny, it's trendy, and it's powerful. Chia seeds. Let me tell you about Marjorie. She's 78. Bright spirit, but always tired. Couldn't read more than a few pages of a book without eye strain. Her daughter, a nutritionist, made her something new one morning: chia pudding. Marjorie looked at it like it came from outer space, but she tried it. And day after day, something shifted. Her energy improved. Her eyes stopped burning. She started reading again, without squinting. What was happening? Chia seeds are rich in antioxidants, including lutein, which is like sunscreen for your eyes. They shield the retina from oxidative stress, one of the biggest causes of cataracts and retinal damage. And here's the beauty. They also contain omega-3s, just like flax seeds. Double benefit. Now, people often think, antioxidants, I'll just eat some fruit. But chia seeds are more concentrated, less sugar, more nutrients. That means more power with fewer calories. Here's how to use them. Soak them overnight. When soaked, they swell up and become easier to digest. Add a bit of honey, cinnamon, and berries, and you've got a pudding that feels like dessert but works like medicine. Let's talk about something bolder now. A seed that may not be everyone's favorite in taste, but it's a champion in what it can do. Fenugreek seeds. Pastor Reuben was 81. Still preached on Sundays, though his voice had grown quieter. He rubbed his eyes constantly during sermons, blinking at his notes. His wife started boiling fenugreek seeds into tea, a recipe passed down from her mother. He grumbled at the bitter taste. But weeks later, he preached an entire sermon without touching his eyes once. Here's why. Fenugreek supports blood sugar control. And what many don't realize is that high blood sugar damages the blood vessels in your eyes, especially the retina. It's one of the leading causes of blindness in the elderly. It doesn't happen overnight. It sneaks in slowly. By managing blood sugar, you protect those tiny vessels that keep your vision clear. And no, you don't need to chew the seeds raw. Boil 1 teaspoon in water, drink it warm like tea. Add a little lemon or ginger if you like. It's bitter, yes, but healing sometimes is. And now we come to the last seed, one you've probably eaten, but never really noticed. Grape seeds. Teresa is 76, loves grape juice. Drinks a glass every evening with her dinner. But when her granddaughter gifted her grapeseed extract, something shifted. The blur that crept into her vision, it began to fade. Grapeseed extract contains OPCs, a powerful compound that strengthens the blood vessels in your eyes and reduces inflammation and swelling. People think of grapes as just sweet snacks. But the seeds? They're nature's medicine cabinet. You can take grapeseed as a powder or in capsule form, but always check with your doctor first, especially if you're on blood thinners. Just 1 to 4 teaspoons in your smoothie can be a game changer. 5 seeds, each one small enough to slip between your fingers. But together, they form a shield for your eyes, a natural, gentle, powerful way to keep your world in focus. Flax seeds for your retina, pumpkin seeds for zinc, chia seeds for antioxidants, fenugreek for blood sugar, and grape seeds to protect your vessels. They're not flashy, they're not expensive, but they work. And yet, what happens when we ignore these little helpers? That's what we'll talk about next. Because the cost of not knowing is often far greater than we realize. Vision loss doesn't just change how you see, it changes how you live. When your world starts to blur, it's not just the road signs or the television screen that fade. It's the confidence to leave the house, the independence to walk alone, the comfort of recognizing a loved one's face across the room. And that's the part that hurts the most. Not the glasses or the eye exams, but the moments you can't get back. Think about this. A grandmother sitting on the porch as the sun sets. She hears the laughter of her grandchildren running through the yard, but she can't see their joy. She hears the wind in the trees, feels the warmth on her skin, but the colors of the sunset, gone, faded, just a memory. Not because she made the wrong choices, but because no one ever told her that tiny seeds could help protect what mattered most. Now I want to say something clearly. These seeds won't fix everything overnight. They're not magic, they're not cures, but they are natural, they're gentle, and they've been overlooked for far too long. What we're talking about isn't just nutrition, it's about hope. It's about taking something that feels out of your control and gently bringing it back into your hands. Because once you know better, you can do better. And here's the good news. You don't have to do it all at once. You don't need to turn your kitchen upside down or order special supplements from across the world. You just need to start. Start with one. Tomorrow morning, sprinkle flaxseed into your oatmeal. Try a small handful of pumpkin seeds instead of chips. Make a warm mug of fenugreek tea in the afternoon. Add a teaspoon of chia to your yogurt. Toss a little grapeseed powder in your smoothie. Tiny steps, daily choices, no pressure, no rush, just steady care. For your future self, or for someone you love. Because your eyes, they're not just organs. They're your connection to the people around you, to the beauty of everyday life, to that old photograph on the shelf, the pages of your favorite novel, the soft smile on your partner's face. They deserve protection, and you deserve the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're doing what you can. So let's not wait until the world becomes a blur. Let's care now, gently, consistently, and with love. Because it's never too late to start seeing more clearly. And it's never too early to protect the moments that matter most. So let's take a quiet breath together and just think back on everything we've covered. Today, we explored 5 simple seeds, each one small enough to get lost between your fingers, and yet powerful enough to help preserve your sight, your confidence, and even your freedom as you grow older. Let's go over them again, gently, and let it sink in. We began with flax seeds, rich in omega-3s, soothing inflammation in the retina, helping protect against age-related macular degeneration. These are for the eyes that burn at night, that squint at the TV, that once read bedtime stories with ease. Then we talked about pumpkin seeds, your crunchy zinc-packed allies. These help you see more clearly in low light, help your eyes defend themselves against sun damage, and keep your night vision sharp. It's not just a snack, it's long-term care in every handful. Then there were chia seeds, the tiniest of the bunch but maybe the mightiest. Full of antioxidants and lutein, chia protects your eyes from the inside out. It fights the damage caused by stress, pollution, even long hours staring at a screen or bright lights. Then we introduced fenugreek seeds. They may be bitter in taste, but they're sweet in benefit. Because when your blood sugar rises, your eyes pay the price. Slowly, silently, and sometimes permanently. But this humble seed, boiled into a warm morning tea, can help protect those tiny vessels in your retina and reduce the risk of something many never see coming. And finally, grape seeds. Often tossed away, forgotten in the fruit bowl. But inside those tiny seeds is a natural compound that strengthens your eye's circulation, reduces swelling, and keeps the delicate tissue healthy. It's quiet, it's powerful, and most of all, it works. Now, I'm not asking you to change your whole life overnight. I'm not asking you to give up foods you love or spend hundreds on supplements. I'm simply inviting you to add something good. Choose one seed, Just one. Start small. Sprinkle it on your toast. Blend it in a smoothie. Brew it in tea. Let it become part of your day. Let it belong in your routine. Because those small choices are often the ones that stay with us. And now I'd love to hear from you. Really. Which of these seeds have you tried before? Or which one do you feel most drawn to try first? Let us know in the comments below. Not just for me, but for others reading too. Because when you share, you help someone else feel less alone. You help them feel inspired. You help build something bigger than just a video. You help build a community of care. This channel, Elderly Spring, is your space. It's a place for learning, a place for support, and most of all, a place for hope. Because the truth is, we don't always get second chances with our health, but we do get small moments every day to make better choices. And sometimes, all it takes is a seed. So if this message resonated with you today, if something in your heart said, I needed to hear this, then I invite you to subscribe to Elderly Spring. We're here every week with thoughtful, down-to-earth guidance. The kind that's not overwhelming, not salesy, just helpful, real, honest. Because that's what you deserve. No fear, no pressure, just support, just truth, and just small, gentle steps toward better health and a brighter tomorrow. So again, thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for caring, for yourself or for someone you love. Thank you for believing that your well-being matters, because it does. And if no one's told you today, you're doing a good job, you're trying, and that's more than enough. So stay strong, stay curious, stay clear-eyed, and I'll see you in the next video.